Have you ever wondered what could happen during just a few days in Tokyo that would leave even Taehyung completely speechless? Well, that is exactly what fans are talking about right now. Because shortly after returning to South Korea from his highly anticipated Calvin Klein schedule in Tokyo, BTS superstar Jungkook revealed something that no one saw coming. And according to fans who have been following every update, every airport appearance, and every tiny interaction, the revelation was so unexpected that even Taehyung seemed unable to believe what he was hearing. So what exactly happened in Japan? And why are armies around the world suddenly connecting the dots? Stay with us until the end because this story might completely change the way fans look at Jungkook's recent trip to Tokyo. The past few weeks have been incredibly busy for BTS members as they continue attracting worldwide attention, both as a group and through their individual activities. Among them, Jungkook has remained one of the most talked about celebrities on the planet, and this time was no different. When Jungkook arrived in Tokyo for his Calvin Klein-related schedule, thousands of fans immediately began sharing photos and videos online. Japanese media outlets closely followed his visit, documenting his movements while fashion communities celebrated his influence as one of the biggest global ambassadors in the industry. Every appearance generated excitement. Every smile became a trending topic. Every interaction was analyzed by fans. But behind the flashing cameras and glamorous events, there appeared to be something much bigger unfolding. At least, that's what many fans now believe. After successfully completing his schedule, Jungkook was seen heading back to South Korea. As expected, airport footage quickly spread across social media platforms. Fans noticed that Jungkook looked relaxed, confident, and happy. Yet, there was also something different, something subtle, something that many armies couldn't quite explain. The usual airport videos generated millions of views within hours. Comments flooded social media as fans discussed everything from his outfit to his expressions. Some people believe Jungkook simply looked refreshed after a successful overseas schedule. Others felt that he seemed unusually thoughtful. And then came a moment that sparked an explosion of discussion across the fandom. Shortly after returning home, Jungkook reportedly shared a surprising insight about his experience in Japan. The statement itself wasn't dramatic at first glance, but the meaning behind it, that was what caught everyone's attention. According to fan discussions and online reactions, Jungkook spoke about realizing something important during his trip, something that made him reflect on his career, his growth, his relationship with fans, and perhaps even his future goals. The revelation spread quickly. Armies immediately began discussing possible interpretations. What exactly did Jungkook mean? Why did he seem so emotional when talking about it? And most importantly, how did Taehyung react? For longtime BTS fans, the bond between Jungkook and Taehyung has always been one of the group's most beloved friendships. Over the years, fans have watched them share countless memorable moments together. From playful teasing to heartfelt conversations, their connection has often become a source of comfort and entertainment for millions around the world. That is why many fans became fascinated when reports began suggesting that Taehyung's reaction to Jungkook's revelation was one of genuine surprise. Imagine returning from a major international schedule, meeting up with one of your closest friends, sharing an experience that completely changed your perspective, and then watching that friend sit there in disbelief. That's the image many fans have created in their minds. Of course, much of the discussion remains speculative, but one thing is certain. The story has captured enormous attention. Social media platforms quickly filled with theories. Some fans believe Jungkook had experienced a powerful moment while meeting supporters in Japan. Others thought the revelation was connected to the overwhelming love he received from international fans. Many pointed out how deeply emotional Jungkook has always been when discussing ARMY. Throughout BTS's journey, Jungkook has repeatedly expressed gratitude toward fans who have supported him from his teenage years all the way to global superstardom. Could Tokyo have reminded him of something important? Could a simple encounter have left a lasting impression? Or was there something even bigger behind his words? As speculation intensified, fan communities began revisiting clips and photos from the trip. Every detail suddenly seemed significant. Every expression looked meaningful. Every moment became part of a larger mystery. And then another interesting detail emerged. Several fans noted that Jungkook appeared especially reflective during portions of his schedule. Not sad, not upset, but thoughtful. It was the kind of thoughtful expression someone has when they are processing an important realization. And if that observation is accurate, it would help explain why his comments resonated so strongly with fans afterward. Because sometimes the most shocking truths are not scandals. They're not controversies. They're not dramatic headlines. Sometimes the most powerful truths are deeply personal realizations that change the way someone sees the world. As conversations continued online, Many fans began imagining how Taehyung might have responded upon hearing everything. Would he have laughed in disbelief? Would he have immediately started asking questions? Or would he have quietly listened, trying to understand what Jungkook had experienced? Knowing the history between Taehyung and Jungkook, many fans believe the conversation would have been unforgettable. Because whenever these two BTS members share meaningful moments, fans naturally become invested. Not because of rumors, not because of assumptions, but because their friendship has been visible for years. It's genuine, it's memorable, and it's something audiences around the world continue to appreciate. Yet the biggest question still remains unanswered. What was the shocking truth that Jungkook revealed after returning from Japan? And why did it leave such a strong impression on everyone who heard about it? The answer may be more emotional than anyone expected. As the conversation surrounding Jungkook's return from Japan continued to spread across social media, fans became increasingly convinced that there was more to the story than anyone initially realized. What started as a routine overseas schedule was now being discussed as one of the most interesting BTS-related topics of the week. And the reason was simple. Jungkook wasn't acting like someone who had merely completed another fashion event. He looked like someone who had experienced a moment he would never forget. The Tokyo trip itself had been a massive success. Every appearance generated headlines. Every photograph attracted attention. And every update from Japanese media seemed to confirm one thing. Jungkook's popularity had reached another level. From giant Calvin Klein advertisements displayed across major locations to enthusiastic crowds hoping to catch a glimpse of him, Tokyo seemed completely captivated by the BTS star. But according to fans who closely followed the trip, one particular moment appeared to affect Jungkook more than anything else. It wasn't the cameras, it wasn't the luxury venues, and it certainly wasn't the celebrity treatment. Instead, many believe it was the fans. Throughout BTS's career, Jungkook has repeatedly spoken about how much ARMY means to him. For years, fans have supported him through every milestone, every achievement, and every challenge. And while global fame often creates distance between celebrities and the public, Jungkook has always seemed determined to maintain a genuine connection with the people who support him. During his stay in Japan, that connection appeared stronger than ever. Videos shared online showed countless fans gathering simply for the chance to see him. Some waited for hours, others traveled long distances. Many held banners, signs, and gifts expressing their admiration. For most celebrities, such scenes might become routine. But Jungkook has permanent respect for them, and has never treated fan support as something ordinary. And according to discussions that quickly spread among ARMY communities, witnessing that overwhelming affection in person may have triggered a powerful realization. The realization that no matter how much time passes, no matter how successful BTS becomes, the emotional bond between the members and their fans remains unchanged. For many people, that statement might sound simple. But for someone who has spent more than a decade growing up under the spotlight, the meaning is enormous. Imagine debuting as a teenager. Imagine sacrificing countless normal experiences. Imagine dedicating your youth to music, performances, and global tours. Then imagine standing in another country years later and realizing that millions of people still care about your journey, not because they have to, but because they genuinely do. That realization alone would be enough to leave anyone emotional. And if fan theories are correct, it may have become the shocking truth Jungkook later shared after returning home. The truth that success isn't measured only by records, awards, or sales. It's measured by human connections. And perhaps that was what surprised him most. When reports of Jungkook's reflections began circulating, many fans immediately wondered how Taehyung would react. After all, Taehyung understands that feeling better than almost anyone. Like Jungkook, Taehyung has experienced firsthand the extraordinary relationship between BTS and ARMY. He has seen fans wait in the rain. He has witnessed moments where entire stadiums sang together with tears in their eyes. Yet, even with all that experience, fans believe Jungkook's perspective may have caught Taehyung off guard. Why? Because the way Jungkook reportedly described the experience sounded deeply personal. It wasn't like a celebrity giving a prepared statement or a public relations message, but like someone genuinely trying to process an emotional realization. That authenticity is what resonated with fans. In a world where celebrities are constantly surrounded by cameras, carefully planned appearances, and endless headlines, genuine moments stand out, and Jungkook's reflection felt genuine. Very genuine. As discussions intensified, fan-made clips began appearing across social media platforms. Editors combined footage from Tokyo with emotional BTS moments from previous years. Images of Jungkook greeting fans were paired with scenes from concerts. Old interviews resurfaced. Memories returned. Suddenly, the story wasn't just about Japan anymore. It became a story about Jungkook's entire journey. From a shy teenager entering the entertainment industry to a global superstar recognized almost everywhere he goes, the contrast was impossible to ignore. Yet, despite all that growth, many fans noticed something remarkable. Jungkook's core personality seemed unchanged. The same humility, the same gratitude, the same emotional sincerity. And perhaps that was the biggest revelation of all. Not that Jungkook had discovered something new, but that after all these years he still values the same things. Relationships, memories, support, and connection. As fans reflected on those ideas, another theory began gaining traction. What if the shocking truth wasn't something Jungkook learned about the world? What if it was something he learned about himself? The possibility fascinated people. Maybe Tokyo reminded him of why he started this journey in the first place. Maybe seeing fans from different countries made him realize how much his music means to others. Maybe he discovered that the passion he felt as a young trainee still exists inside him today. And if that's true, it would explain why the story has resonated so deeply with audiences. Because everyone understands what it feels like to rediscover something important. Everyone understands what it feels like to pause in the middle of a busy life and suddenly remember what truly matters. For Jungkook, that moment may have happened thousands of miles from home, surrounded by cameras, surrounded by fans, surrounded by excitement, yet somehow finding clarity in the middle of it all. Meanwhile, Taehyung's reported reaction continued fueling conversations. Some fans joked that Taehyung probably stared at Jungkook in disbelief before laughing. Others imagined him becoming surprisingly emotional. Many believed he would immediately understand exactly what Jungkook meant. Because if there is one person who has shared countless milestones with Jungkook, it is Taehyung. They have experienced extraordinary highs together. They have faced challenges together. They have watched their dreams become reality together. So, if Jungkook truly had a life-changing realization after returning from Japan, there is no doubt Taehyung would appreciate its significance. But here's where the story becomes even more interesting. Because the more fans discussed Jungkook's revelation, the more they began asking an entirely different question. Could this realization influence his future decisions? Could it affect the way he approaches music? Could it shape upcoming projects? Could it inspire new creative directions? Nobody knows for certain, but one thing is clear.